Tonight I'm staying at the Liverpool John Lennon Airport Crowne Plaza Hotel. This hotel is unique in the sense that it was built in a former airport terminal. The terminal was originally built in the 1930s and it retains that Art Deco design that was popular during that time. Liverpool's airport has since moved a couple of kilometres to the east of here. They needed a longer runway to handle jet services, so they built a new terminal. And the old airport terminal has been converted into a hotel. They've done a really good job keeping the Art Deco features and playing up on that aviation heritage that the building is associated with. So let's take a look inside.
This is my room. It's nice. It's a nice spacious room, much bigger than the rooms at most hotels I stay at. The Art Deco design that you see elsewhere in the hotel continues into the room, with Art Deco designs on the carpet and the furnishings. It's got a nice big bed with a bedside table on either side, which seems to be connected to the bed head. There are USB charging ports on either side of the bed as well, with a phone on one side. There's a big flat screen TV above a cabinet. That includes a slide-out shelf with tea and coffee making facilities. There are a couple of Viennese Whirl biscuits, hot chocolate, instant coffee, and some tea bags, Tetley tea bags. The kettle is nice and clean. There's an empty spot underneath where the fridge would have been at some stage, but there's no fridge for me today. There's a nice big work desk with PowerPoints behind there, both British and European PowerPoints. There's a small table with an armchair, with complimentary still and sparkling water. And also little chocolates, which is nice. It's always nice to have chocolate. And coming into the bathroom, the Art Deco style continues, and we've got a big bathtub. You have to step into the bathtub to take a shower, so that's a negative point for me. I'd much rather have a proper shower. On the plus side, we do have separate shower gel, separate shampoo and separate conditioner. That's much better than the all-in-one wash that you sometimes find in hotels. It's also not nice having a shower curtain. I'd much rather have a proper door on a proper shower than have to step into the bath to have a shower, and then have the shower curtain cling to my body. There's a big sink. And there's a toilet over there with some towels up top. Now the sun's just set, so it's dark outside and we can't see a lot of the view. So we'll take a quick look at the view now and take a better look in the morning. Because this is a former airport terminal, we have some old planes on the tarmac behind the hotel. We can't see a lot because it's night time and you're mostly getting a reflection in the window, so we'll take another look at that in the morning. Okay, so I'm really happy with this room. It's a really nice room, and what's unusual for a chain hotel is that it's got a lot of character, which is fantastic. It's nice to stay at a hotel that has character, but sometimes you don't want to give that reliability that comes with staying in a big hotel chain just to stay somewhere that's charming. But here you can have that feeling that you know what everything is going to be clean and well maintained, which you sometimes give up when you stay somewhere with some character. This has both, which is fantastic. There's also a big wardrobe in the room, Let's take a look in here. Inside, there are ironing facilities with an iron and an ironing board. And there's a hairdryer up here too. A couple of bathrobes and a safe. There's also a set of drawers, so you can make yourself at home if you're staying here for longer than a couple of days. All in all, I'm very pleased with the hotel. It ticks all the boxes. Well, most of them. It has everything you need except for a fridge and a proper shower.
Let's test out the bed. Now, this feels like a really good quality bed. It's got a bit of bounce to it. It's not too soft though, so it's probably somewhere in the medium range of beds. I'm sure I'll sleep well on this tonight, but yeah, it's a little bit not as firm as some of the other hotels I've stayed in, but certainly not too soft either. I think it's probably somewhere in that medium range, but it certainly feels like a really good quality mattress. As you'd expect, there's free Wi-Fi throughout this hotel. Now let's see how fast the Wi-Fi is. Okay, so that's not super fast, but it is more than fast enough for most people's requirements.
Now I'll quickly show you the hotel's public areas. As you can see, both the Art Deco design and the building's aviation heritage are being showcased in the lobby area. And the hotel has a nice bar area where you can enjoy a drink and a bite to eat. And there's also a restaurant serving Liverpudlian cuisine.
It's the morning after my night at the Crowne Plaza, so let's take a look out the window. Okay, so behind me we've got a selection of some historic aircraft and some not so historic. That Jetstream is still flying, but we've got a selection of some historic aircraft that are parked on the tarmac behind the hotel. Now that's not a big draw card for a lot of people, but if you're an aviation geek or you just really like old planes, that's a really compelling reason to come and stay at this hotel. Apparently you can just walk out onto the tarmac. It's not connected to the actual airport any longer, so you can just walk out onto here as part of the car parking facilities and just take a closer look at the planes if you want. Let's have a look.
Here's a Hawker Siddeley HS748, which used to fly for Dan Air. And this is a Gloucester Meteor F8. The Meteor was the first British jet fighter and the Allies' only jet aircraft to see combat during the Second World War. If this scene looks familiar, it's because it was the cover art for the Oasis single Don't Go Away. And this plane is a Percival Prince. Here's a Jetstream 41 prototype. And over there is a Bristol Britannia.
If this hotel was a biscuit, what biscuit would it be? This hotel is a little bit different to the usual chain hotel, so I wanted a biscuit that was a little bit different as well. I also wanted something a little bit luxurious without straying into Fordham and Mason territory, and this biscuit fitted the bill perfectly. If this hotel were a biscuit, it would be an M&S Food outrageously chocolatey dark chocolate ginger biscuit. They really are outrageously chocolatey. Okay, let's take a look at the neighbourhood around the hotel. Now, the Crowne Plaza is not a very well located hotel. It's a long way from the city centre, and it's not even that close to the airport. However, it is across the road from the New Mersey Retail Park, which means that you do have a few options for places to eat and drink within a short walk from the hotel. So basically, across the road from the hotel, you have quite a few options, including McDonald's and Pizza Hut. There's also a multiplex cinema complex, bowling, and a few other restaurants like Wagamama and Zizzy Italian, TGI Fridays. You've got Costa Coffee, Hotel Chocolat, and you also have M&S Food. So you do have some options for eating and drinking within a short walk from the hotel, as well as the hotel's own bar and restaurant, of course. Well, that was my stay at the Crowne Plaza Hotel at Liverpool John Lennon Airport. This hotel provides a really high standard of accommodation and in a really unique setting. I mean, how often do you get the chance to stay in a disused airport terminal and look out the window of your hotel room to look at a collection of historic aircraft? It's a really compelling place to stay if you have an interest in aviation history or if you have an interest in Art Deco architecture, but the location's not the best. It's a long way from the city centre, a good half an hour to 40-minute bus ride, and it's not even close to the airport. It's at least a 10-minute bus ride to get to the airport terminal because the current airport is on a different site to the former airport. So it's not the most convenient hotel to stay in, but it's a unique place to stay, and the standard of accommodation here is excellent. I highly recommend you stay here if you have an interest in aviation history.